Temptations of the Void.
Void! Oh, wait, no. Let me take that one again, please.
Hiya, I'm Artsy. This is Temptations of the Void, my YouTube channel. I'm crafty. Most of what I do is crafts. Today, I am specifically doing something to help with this. I'm gonna crochet little mic stands. Because look at the handle on this thing. 2 fingers max is what I've got on this. I could probably squeeze a third. But like, I'll be gripping. Why am I gripping? So, here's the plan. Plastic spoons. We try not to throw them away because it's bad for the environment. We tend to keep these. We don't use them, we just keep them. I have a hoard of them. I don't know how good that sounds, but it might sound a little better when I crochet a little cover to keep it in place. I was talking to my partner about the idea, and we've decided that we're going to do a spider and a bee. It's a cover. It'll be so cute. So, game plan. I'm going to make ovals. I'm going to make 2 ovals. I'm going to stitch them at the top part. And then at the bottom, I'm going to make like a tube where I can slip the cable through it. And then I can also slip the spoon through it. It'll have like the other end of the thing to like pillowcase it. Give it a little home. That's the idea. That's the plan. I'm very excited about this. I think I'm going to do the spider first because it's mostly black. And this is, look how cute this, I love this yarn. It's Red Heart. I know that crafty people, I'm pretty sure everybody knows this yarn specifically if they do yarn projects. The bee is also Red Heart. And I'm going to use the black stripes on this, so this way they match. I don't know what the wing color is yet. I haven't decided that part yet, which is why I'm doing the spider first. And he's going to be so cute. He's going to have all his legs just kind of everywhere. It's going to be so good. I'm going to turn on Blood on the Clock Tower playthrough. No rules barred. That's been my monthly obsession, is just watching them do all of their Blood on the Clock Tower stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go do that.
Okay, so, hi, it's me, voiceover Artsy, and I have decided that the best way that I can go about this video, as I'm doing the making process, is that I'm going to break it down into 3 parts, kind of, sort of. The first part is going to be me explaining the basic structure. The next part, talking about how to do details and embellishments. And then the last part is telling you things that I did on my guys, my spider and my bee, and what I think I would probably do differently for each. So that way you can kind of customize and make your own things. You don't have to make a bee, you don't have to make a spider. I kind of think it would be cute to see bears and foxes and, you know, all kinds of different things. Oh, it would be really cute to like put a tail on it, actually. I might do a fox at some point. That'd be really fun. Anyway, that's the game plan. Is I'll just break down each part in sections. Right now, I'm currently working on the circle bases, and they're both circles. I kind of humored on the idea of doing ovals for the bee, but it didn't work out. That'll have to be a future concept. Please ignore the boxes in the background. I will get rid of them eventually, but right now they're just hanging out. Yay! Now I gotta do a second one. For the circle bases, you will need to do a magic circle, and then you will chain 2 and then 9 double crochets in the magic circle. You can cinch it close, and slip stitch into either the second chain that you did in the beginning, or what I like to do is I like to slip stitch into the double crochet, and then in the next row I will do my chain 2 and do the first double crochet stitch in the stitch that I'm in. In the second row, after you've done your chain 2, you will do increases, double crochet stitch increases all the way around, which will give you 18 stitches in total. And then in the next row, after you have joined with your slip stitch, you will chain 2, and then the pattern will be a increase in one stitch and then a regular double crochet in the next stitch all the way around. And I don't know that kind of math, but it's very easy, it's straightforward. It's just those 3 rows and then you're done. And then you got to do it again because there's a front and a back. Once you have both of them made, you will take some, I like to leave a long tail at the end of the project, so this way you can use it to do a ladder stitch and join the 2 circles together, which I showed you in the beginning of this section of the video. And it will be, I like to do about 1.5 inches or 2 inches of a ladder stitch on the top where the 2 will join, and that's going to be where the spoon pretty much rests the entire time it is inside of the mic piece. After you join those 2 together, you have to make a tube, and the tube is what the spoon and the microphone cord is going to go feed through. For these guys anyway, I liked to do the ribbing stitch, which you'll chain however many you want to do. I chained 6, and then an extra one for turning. And you will do a single stitch in the back loops, or the back little humps of your chains, to have like a little clean beginning part. And I will put my hook, like in every other chain, I will put my hook in the back loop of each stitch. God, this sounds like I'm speaking a foreign language to anyone that does not know how to crochet. I'm so sorry. But I'll do a few of those rounds. I'll do a few rows of that. And then after I've done a bunch of rows, you will join it in the same way that you have been stitching, but you will go through both the one that you're currently on and on the first row that was initially just chains, which is why you'll want to find the back loop when you're doing the foundation chain. I hope that made sense. Oh my god, explaining how to do ribbing is hard because I don't even know if I'm doing it right. That's just how I do it. After you have joined both sides of your ribbing piece, you will actually go all the way around the bottom of the tube with single stitches, and that's just to make it more sturdy. So, to wrap up this video with the last little bit of time that I've got, I'm going to tell you how to join the tube, and then we can also talk about all the detailing and choices that I've made. So, to attach it, what I did was I took the long tail of one of the circles. You also can just cut some yarn, it's not that big of a deal, and I stitched half of the circle Well, I stitched the front half of the tube to the front circle's bottom part, and then the other half of the tube to the back part. And I made sure to leave a little bit of a gap in between the two with the circle. So it's not like fully encased. And that's just to give it a little bit more leeway and stretch when I go to put the cable through the tube and also the spoon through the tube. I hope that made sense. Oh no, my phone's dying. Okay, I'm gonna finish him. I'm gonna charge this, and then I'll come back later and show you how he turns out. But on to the bee! To get the details on the circles, I would pick either the front or the back, depending on what the look needed, and focus mainly on doing single crochets along the border of whichever circle that I picked. And then whenever I wanted a detail on it, I would stop at the stitch that I'm on and do whatever detailing it is that I need. For the bee, whenever I did its wings, I would stop in the stitch that I wanted the wing to be at. I would chain 2, and then I did 6 double crochets in one stitch, the one that I picked. And then I would chain 2 and slip stitch into that same stitch all of the double crochets are in. And then I would go back to doing single crochets along the way. For the antennas, I would chain 3, make a knot, cut and leave just a little bit of yarn left, and I even like rubbed it between my fingers so that I could get it like fluffy, kind of like a mothy sort of vibe, but they're bees. I did have to cut the yarn at that point though, because I didn't want the antennas to be super bulky. 2 snippies have to happen for the antennas to look good. For the spider legs, however, I did not cut the yarn at all. I literally just single crocheted all the way around, and wherever I wanted a leg to be, I chained 9 and then chained 1 more, turned my work, and then stitched in each of the chains a single crochet. And then I went back to my work. I went back to crochet and single crochets along the way. Changes that I would make. I think the bee is pretty freaking good, except for the surface crochet stitches. I wish that the stripes were neater. And that would probably require me having to cut my yarn and being more intentional with the placement of the stripes. And that ain't gonna happen. I really hate cutting my yarn in projects. So he's as good as it's gonna get. For the spider, the only thing that I wish, and I mention it later, is that the tube was yellow. Because it also being black, it just makes him look like a dark mass and not like a spider at all. However, I do think it would be really cute if I, instead of putting the eyes and the little happy face on the circles, if I had put the eyes on the tube, so this way it would look like it's, what is that thing called? I'm not a bug guy. The abdomen? Is that what it's called? The butt? The circles would be the spider's butt? I do think they're cute. For other critters, I think that I would implement a lot of similar methods that I did with the bee's wings, and would just, like, for a pointy ear, I would probably do a half double, then a double, and maybe a treble, and then the double and a half double all in one stitch to make it look like a little pointed ear. To do a round one, probably just do a few half doubles in a loopy loop. For muzzles, just do small circles and like hand stitch them on. I think could be really cute. And then I think if you're a felter, it would be really cute to do the circles and then like felt details onto it as well. I don't know. That's just me brainstorming some stuff. Eek! Eek! I think I have to start over on this. These stripes are not doing it for me. For a tail, you could implement the similar technique as the spider legs, which would be like just chain a bunch and then stitch back on the chain and then move on with whatever you're doing. I'd probably put the tails on the tube. Oh, it would be really cute to put a wire in through it too. I don't know. That's just a bunch of ideas. Take them or leave them, I guess. I don't know. There's my bee! He turned out cute. He's kind of scrungly, but for the first bee of this, he turned out really cute. I hope that the voiceover helped a whole lot with explaining how I made these little guys. Now, I've completed the spider. I'm gonna jump scare you with the spider a little, as a heads up, so if you don't like spiders. He's really cute though. I hope you like him. He's coming. Here he is. He doesn't really look like a spider. He just looks like a dark mass with weird tendrils. But he's cute. I do wish that I had made the actual spoon connected part yellow, so that way he's not just all black. But he's sparkle. He's really happy. I'm gonna take him off screen now. You're welcome to come back if you left. Dubby. This feels so much better on my poor old person hands. I do think I'm gonna have to hold him like this, kind of like to the side, like a little just because he covers my face. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I hope that if you make your own, that you have fun making it, I guess. I don't know. Does this count as a tutorial video? Is this like a free pattern? I don't know. But he's cute. Oh, I should probably explain how I put the mics in and stuff. So here's the pocket. And it's connected up here and of course on this. And then you just pull it out. And the cable comes out through this. And then you do the same with the spoon. It's a little bit wiggly because it's yarn. It's not like a snug fit. But the spoon holds it up. And hopefully also helps with reverb a little bit. I don't know. I don't even know if this phone is connecting to the mic. I tried connecting it manually and it was not working. So, oh well. What can you do? I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed making this little craft. And leave a likey, leave a sub, leave a comment. Oh my gosh, comment. Tell me what you think of these little guys. So I'm gonna cut in really quick before we end this video and kind of sort of apologize for this very bad explanation that I gave you. And the only way that I could properly apologize for this is to just write a pattern. Now, I don't write patterns, so it's not good still, but at least it's understandable. And I'll take it at this point, you know? I don't want to re-record all of the audio in this because having a verbal explanation is still nice. It would just be nice if it was good. Whatever, though. Enjoy this free pattern. It's on my Ko-fi. You can leave a tip if you'd like, since this is kind of what I do. I'm not going to gatekeep, make some circles in a tube, and sew them together. That seems weird to me. So go forth. Make your mic covers.
Bye.